Good day everyone. So today, I'm going to discuss the lesson 2 entitled A Closer Look at the Teachers and Teaching Profession in the ASEAN and Beyond. So before we proceed to our discussion, I have a question. So what does ASEAN mean? Anybody from the class? Okay, Miss Bukog. Very good. ASEAN stands for Association of Southeast Asian Nations. So now that we already know what ASEAN stands for, so there are 10 member states of ASEAN. So they are the following: Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos PDR, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Thailand, Singapore, and Vietnam. So those are the member states of ASEAN. So these are the topics that I will be going to discuss today. So let's discuss first the level of schooling as a teaching milieu. So these are the following levels of formal schoolings in all countries in the ASEAN. First is the primary level. Usually, it composed of pre-primary, which are play school, pre-K, and kindergarten. And for the primary level, which is composed of grade 1, that is age 6 years old, grade 2, that age 7 years old, and then grade 3, that age 8 years old. Then grade 4, age 9 years old, grade 5, age 10 years old, and grade 6, age 11 years old. So in addition, here in the Philippines, the label primary levels refer to elementary level, wherein the elementary level has 2 sub-levels. So they are the primary grades, which includes the kindergarten to grade 4, and the intermediate grades, which includes grade 5 and grade 6. So second is the secondary level. So generally, across the ASEAN, it is composed of junior high school and also the senior high school. On the other hand, graduate from senior high school can proceed to college or find a job appropriate to qualifications. However, there are slight variations in other countries, such as lower secondary level is 3 years old with grade 7, grade 8, and grade 9, and the upper secondary level is composed of grade 10, 11, and 12. However, here in the Philippines, the junior high school is composed of grades 7, 8, 9, and 10, while the senior high school is composed of grade 11 and 12. Next is the tertiary level. So it's the college levels, which is beyond the basic education in all the countries in the ASEAN. So it's the ladder of education system where the students earn a bachelor's degree in a teacher's education, which is a requirement to take a licensure examination to become a professional teacher. In the Philippines, the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or the TESDA, provides diploma and training certificates for lifelong learners. The agencies also assist in the implementation of the senior high school technical vocational track. So in the Philippines, they're called TESDA. So now, let's proceed to letter B, the teacher professionals across the ASEAN. So first, this is the academic preparation of teacher professionals and basic education. The requirement for a future teacher of pre-primary kindergarten in remote places of Laos PDR, Indonesia, Myanmar, and Cambodia are 9 or 10 years of basic education and 2 years of teacher preparation. Then, the requirement for future teacher of lower secondary levels are 12 years of basic education. Then 2 years of teacher preparation to earn a diploma in teaching. Then the requirement for future teachers of upper secondary level are 12 years of basic education, then 4 to 5 years of teacher preparation to earn a bachelor's degree. But before you can be a professional teacher in the Philippines, you should pass the licensure examination. However, for non-education degree, they can take the postgraduate diploma in education or teaching. This is equivalent to 12 years of basic education, plus 4 to 5 years of baccalaureate degree, plus 1 year of graduate's diploma. ASEAN country ASEAN countries have comparable academic teacher preparation. However, there are those who have gone beyond their borders, while others are still strengthening their programs. Next is the component of teacher preparation. Here are the 4 components of teacher preparations common to ASEAN countries. So first is the general knowledge and understanding. So it is all about what to know about oneself and world. Second is pedagogy. It is all about how to teach. Then the third one is teaching, practicum or experiential learning. So emphasize the graduating students. Then the last is specialized knowledge or major courses. So it is all about what to teach in specific disciplines or subject area and grade level. Those are the 4 components of teacher preparation common to ASEAN countries. Now, let's proceed to the letter C, the teaching profession practices in the ASEAN. So first, teachers' major responsibility. So here are the 3 major responsibilities of professional teachers across the different countries. We have the actual teaching, the management of learning, and the administrative work. So let's go back to the actual teaching. So it refers to the time of engagement of the teachers with the learner. Sometimes, it also refers to contact time or time on task. Second is the management of learning. So it refers to activities that support the actual teaching. This can be beyond actual teaching time at the following: remediation or enhancement, homework or co-curricular activities. Then third one is the administrative work. So it refers to the teacher's job that include the following: writing test items, checking and recording of test paper results, attending to parents, making reports, and other related activities. Now, let's proceed to the second one, the teacher licensing and recruitment. Most teachers are licensed professionals, are certified to teach by the country's appropriate agencies. Here are the different countries' appropriate agencies that gives a license for teachers. So in the Philippines, it is the Professional Regulation Commission or the PRC. In Singapore, it is the National Institute of Education. In Thailand, it is the Teacher Education Council that gives a licensure test for teachers applicant. While Indonesia, ACTA for teacher license is given by the teacher colleges for an authority. Certification is issued instead. Teacher recruitment process and qualifications are guided by the Ministry of Education for the public schools and the individual private school under the guidance and policies of each country's ministry. Now, let's proceed to the letter D, the teacher and the teaching profession beyond the ASEAN. The 3 example countries beyond the ASEAN are the China, Japan, and United States of America. First, let's talk about the China. The new educational system of China are the following: 6 years of primary education, 3 years of junior middle school, 3 years of senior middle school, 6 years of university, and lastly, the varieties of technical and vocational school. There are 2 main categories of teachers in China based on the source and structure of the salary: the Gongban and the Minban. So the Gongban is the state-paid teachers, while the Minban is the community teachers. So that is the difference between those 2 categories of teachers in China. So let's proceed to the China's teacher licensing. We have the secondary teachers and the elementary teachers. So in secondary teachers, their examination are standardized by the central government, while the elementary teachers' examination are the responsibilities of each province. Okay, so now let's proceed to the next slide. The Chinese teachers enjoy unquestionable authority. Why Chinese teachers enjoy an unquestionable authority? So what do you think, class? Okay, so in China, the teacher tells the single and absolute truth And the job of the student is to absorb the knowledge conveyed by the teachers without question. So it is the common experiences of students in China to complete a 45 minutes class period without having talked once or called individually. So this is the reason why Chinese teachers enjoyed unquestionable authority. So this experience or these experiences also is very common to China. So dili ta matinga na ang mga students adto dili mangutana and ba-complete nilang ilang klase which is the 45 duration. Na walay mga pangutana and walay mga mag-raise o question. Unlike diri sa Philippines, di ba? Daghan kayong mga follow-up questions every discussion. Next is Japan. The new educational system of Japan, we have kindergarten, elementary school, 6 years, lower secondary school, 3 years, upper secondary school, 3 years, and university that is usually around 4 years. So, teacher certification in Japan. So, we have first class certificate and the second class certificate. So, in the first class certificate, it is issued to teach in the preschool, elementary or lower secondary teachers with basic qualifications of having earned a bachelor's degree. To teach in the upper secondary level, the basic qualifications is a master's degree, while second class certificate has a qualification of 2 years of study, 62 credit units in a university or other post-secondary institution. To teach in the upper secondary level, without a master's degree, the second class certificate will be issued. So those are the difference between the first class certificate and the second class certificate. So becoming employed as a teacher in Japan. So to be employed as a teacher in Japan, applicant must have or do the following. First, an applicant or the teacher applicant must secure a license to teach from the Prefectural Board of Education. Applicant must take all the prefectural appointment examination. It has to be given stages. The first stage consists of written test and general education and specialized fields and skills test for PE, music, and art. While the second stage consists of interview. Then a teacher applicant must be under the age of 30. Third country is the USA. Basic education, the avenue for teaching job in USA. So we have pre-primary education, the kindergarten, the nursery school, preschool program, child or daycare centers. Primary education, the elementary school, middle school education, the grade 4 to 6, 5 to 7, or 6 to 8. Then secondary education, which is the high school, then junior high school, then followed by the senior high school, grade 9 to 12 or 10 to 11. Becoming a professional teacher in the USA. So in the USA, before you become a professional teacher, you must earn the following. You must earn a teaching certificate by completing a college or university for 4 years, major or minor in education. Second, you must earn a teaching degree after graduation by taking additional courses. Next is the recruitment of teachers in USA. So in USA, after following the successful completion of an application process, known as application process, a superintendent approved the applicant and then forward a recommendation to hire to the local school. Let's proceed to the next slide. What makes a good American teacher? The definition of a good American teacher slightly differ among the level. Those teachers working in elementary school seems more child-focused. One should be a kind person, understanding and sensitive to the needs of the children. Those teachers working in secondary school consider themselves subject matter and believe that a good teacher have to know how to teach their subject well. Okay, so let's proceed now to the next slide and the last topic that we will be going to discuss today, the Global Teacher Status Index of 2013. So in 2013, the Varkey Gems Foundation conducted the first ever Global Teacher Status Index. So this table pulled 21 countries all over the world. So this index determined the level of respect afforded the teacher in a specific country. So indeed, this lesson 2 give us glimpse about the teacher and the teaching profession in the ASEAN and beyond. Okay, so that is all our discussion for today. So at this moment, I want you to get a 1/2 lengthwise and you will answer this activity. So I will be going to give you 20 minutes to answer this activity. So please read and understand the question carefully. So you can now start answering the activity. Okay, so time's up. Pass your paper in the front. Okay, so thank you. So before we end this discussion for today, I want you to review everything we discussed today. For we will be having an oral recitation next meeting, okay? Very good. So class, do you have any questions? Clarifications regarding on our discussion? Okay, so none. Very good. Thank you everyone for listening and class dismissed.